Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into an incredible historical event, the failed Ottoman Siege of Vienna. Get ready for an adventurous journey through history. In the heart of Europe, where empires clashed and civilizations collided, lies a story of resilience, courage, and the unwavering spirit of a city under siege. Vienna, in 1683, found itself at the very edge of a storm, facing the full might of the Ottoman Empire. Get ready to hear the clash of steel, the thunder of cannons, and the stories of the men and women who stood defiant in the face of overwhelming odds. This is the story of the Ottoman Siege of Vienna. Our story begins not beneath the walls of Vienna, but far to the east in the bustling heart of Constantinople. It is here in the Topkapi Palace that we meet the man who would launch one of the most audacious military campaigns in history, Sultan Mehmed IV. Mehmed, only 6 years old when he ascended to the throne, inherited an empire at its zenith, a vast expanse of territory stretching from the shores of North Africa to the very gates of Europe. The Ottomans, masters of land and sea, had for centuries been a force to be reckoned with, their armies feared throughout the known world. But Mehmed, despite his young age, was no puppet ruler. He inherited the ambition, the drive for conquest that had characterized the Ottoman sultans before him. And in the heart of Europe, a prize awaited, the wealthy, powerful Habsburg capital of Vienna. The conquest of Vienna was not simply a matter of territorial ambition. It represented a symbolic victory, a chance to plant the Ottoman flag in the heart of Christendom. For years, the Ottomans had tested the defenses of Europe, pushing westward, their armies clashing with the Habsburgs in a series of bloody conflicts. But Vienna, strategically positioned on the Danube River, represented a gateway to the west, a key to unlocking further Ottoman expansion. Mehmed, influenced by his ambitious Grand Vizier, Kara Mustafa Pasha, saw an opportunity to deliver a decisive blow, to shatter the Habsburg Empire and secure Ottoman dominance in Europe for generations to come. The stage was set for a clash of civilizations, a showdown between East and West that would determine the fate of Europe. The Ottoman war machine, a vast force of janissaries, sipahis, and irregular troops, began to mobilize, their sights set on the glittering prize of Vienna. News of the approaching Ottoman army, a vast force said to number over 100,000 men, spread like wildfire through the streets of Vienna. Panic gripped the city. Citizens, accustomed to the comforts of courtly life, now faced the terrifying prospect of a siege. Vienna, in 1683, was a city of contrasts. Within its walls, grand palaces and ornate churches stood as testaments to Habsburg wealth and power. But these symbols of imperial grandeur were now ringed by hastily constructed defenses, a desperate attempt to fortify the city against the coming storm. At the helm stood Ernst Rüdiger von Starhemberg, a man of unwavering courage and determination, entrusted with the defense of the city. He knew that the fate of Vienna, perhaps of all Christendom, rested on his shoulders. Starhemberg, facing an enemy that vastly outnumbered his own forces, knew that conventional tactics would not suffice. He needed to make Vienna an unbreakable fortress, a symbol of resistance that would break the Ottoman assault. Every man, woman, and child was called upon to play their part. Walls were strengthened, trenches were dug, and buildings were demolished to deny the enemy cover. The air grew thick with the sounds of hammering, the clatter of carts, and the murmur of prayers. Food and supplies were stockpiled, knowing that a long and grueling siege lay ahead. The citizens of Vienna, their initial fear giving way to a grim determination, prepared to resist with every ounce of their strength. As the Ottoman army drew closer, their banners visible on the horizon, a strange silence descended upon the city. The carefree laughter of children was replaced by the solemn tolling of church bells, a somber reminder of the impending struggle. The fate of Vienna, poised on a knife's edge, hung in the balance. Would the walls hold, or would the city fall to the Ottoman onslaught, its fate forever etched in the annals of history as a cautionary tale? Chapter 3. The Siege Begins. A City Under Fire. The silence was shattered. The Ottoman bombardment of Vienna began on July 14, 1683, a thunderous roar that echoed across the Danube and announced the beginning of a siege that would last for over 2 months. Day and night Ottoman cannons, some of the largest ever assembled, rained down fire upon the city. Stone crumbled, buildings collapsed, and the air grew thick with smoke and the stench of gunpowder. The Ottomans, masters of siege warfare, employed a fearsome array of artillery. Giant mortars capable of hurling projectiles weighing hundreds of pounds targeted the city walls, seeking to create a breach through which their troops could pour. But the defenders of Vienna fought back with equal ferocity. Cannons positioned atop the city walls answered the Ottoman barrage, their thunderous reports providing a defiant response to the enemy's firepower. Amidst the chaos and carnage, stories of individual heroism began to emerge. Men and women, their courage tested in the crucible of battle, performed extraordinary acts of bravery. There was Father Marco d'Aviano, a Capuchin friar who moved among the defenders, his words of encouragement and faith bolstering their spirits. And then there was the legendary marksmen perched atop St. Stephen's Cathedral, their deadly accurate rifles picking off Ottoman soldiers from afar, sowing fear and disrupting the enemy's siege works. But as the siege dragged on and the Ottoman noose tightened around the city, the situation within Vienna grew increasingly desperate. Food and ammunition began to run low, and disease, that insidious companion of siege warfare, began to stalk the streets. The defenders, exhausted and depleted, knew that time was running out. They had to hold on, for if Vienna fell, all of Europe would lay open to the Ottoman advance. Chapter 4. A Glimmer of Hope. The Winged Hussars arrive. Just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light appeared on the horizon. Word reached Vienna of a relief force led by the Polish king, Jan III Sobieski, a man renowned throughout Europe for his military prowess. Sobieski, a devout Catholic and a sworn enemy of the Ottoman Empire, had answered the Pope's call for a Holy League to liberate Vienna from the Turkish invaders. His arrival at the head of a combined Polish, German and Austrian army offered a lifeline to the beleaguered city. Among Sobieski's forces rode a legendary cavalry unit, the Winged Hussars of Poland, their arrival sending a surge of excitement and hope through the ranks of the defenders. Clad in ornate armor, their lances adorned with eagle wings, the Hussars were a sight to behold, a symbol of Polish might and a nightmare for their enemies. The stage was set for a climactic battle, a showdown that would decide the fate of Vienna and perhaps the course of European history. Sobieski, a brilliant tactician, devised a daring plan to break the Ottoman siege. On the morning of September 12, 1683, the forces of the Holy League launched a two-pronged attack. While Austrian and German troops engaged the Ottomans from the west, Sobieski, at the head of his Polish forces, prepared to deliver the decisive blow. Chapter 5. The Battle of Vienna, a clash of civilizations. The charge of the Winged Hussars at the Battle of Vienna is the stuff of legends, a thunderous spectacle that echoed through the annals of military history. With Sobieski at their head, a figure of unwavering courage, they crashed into the Ottoman ranks, their lances shattering shields and scattering the enemy before them. The Ottomans, taken by surprise by the ferocity and speed of the attack, fought back with the desperation of cornered wolves. But they were no match for the fury of the Polish assault, the sheer momentum of the charge breaking their lines and sending them reeling in disarray. The battle raged for hours, a swirling melee of steel and gunpowder smoke. The fate of Vienna, hanging precariously in the balance, was decided on that blood-soaked battlefield. Sobieski, a master of battlefield tactics, directed the battle with calm precision, his presence inspiring his men to even greater feats of valor. The Ottomans, their ranks shattered, their morale broken, began to give ground. By nightfall, the Ottoman army, once a seemingly invincible force, was in full retreat, their dreams of conquest shattered against the walls of Vienna. The siege was lifted, and the city, saved from the brink of destruction, erupted in joyous celebration. The Battle of Vienna marked a turning point in European history, the beginning of the end for Ottoman expansion into the heart of the continent. The victory, a testament to the courage of the defenders and the military genius of Jan III Sobieski, secured Vienna's place as a bastion of Western Christendom. Outro legacy of the siege, echoes of 1683. The failed Ottoman Siege of Vienna stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of a city, the courage of its defenders, and the precarious balance of power that defined 17th century Europe. It's a story of how close the continent came to a very different fate, a reminder that the course of history is often shaped by the most unexpected events. As we reflect on this pivotal moment in history, let us remember the sacrifices made by those who fought for Vienna's freedom, those who stood firm against the tide of conquest. Their story serves as a reminder of the importance of resilience, of unity in the face of adversity, and of the enduring power of the human spirit. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past. See you next time.